Enter your username. Enter your password. Welcome to the Garden of Eagle.
Narcissism has existed since time began. The word itself is derived from the Greek myth of Narcissus, a vain young boy who fell in love with his own reflection in a pond. There he remained, mesmerised by his own image, until he wasted away. Legend has it that Narcissus flower grows in the place where he once lay. Throughout history, man has sought various ways to worship and immortalise himself. Paintings, sculptures and photography were some of man's early attempts. But now, man has found more advanced ways to worship himself.
People can control the way that they're presented to audiences on Bebo. So, I guess some people, I know actually a couple of people who have photoshopped their own photos for Bebo profiles.
You wouldn't take photos of yourself when you're not doing anything at home or being boring, dare say. But so you show the best of you. You can really.
When you consider a lot of the people in Bebo MySpace are teens, early 20s, and people are experimenting with how they look, what their opinions are, taking on new ideas, trying out new haircuts, trying out new clothes, different types of music. It kind of fits with that age group where people are experimenting generally, and so...
some would say part of growing up is performing selves, to find out what your self is. So it can be sort of beneficial, certainly, for certain people to find out. Others see it as quite dangerous and insidious that you can perform these different selves and there's no authentic self and you can be anyone.
The focus is on the body, is on the self, is on self-promotion. The body has become a commodity.
There are debates around the notion of the self and the schizophrenic self in the postmodern culture, that there is no self. We're all made-up selves. We construct, we wear masks all the time.
It's grand, everything starts superficially, but as long as people don't rely on things like profile pages to figure out what people are like, and there could be a danger of that.
I have 6,500 hits. I am so popular. I have 187 friends.
There's a certain popularity contest to it, but I mean that comes with a certain level of maturity.
I guess some people could take it to heart, but I'd say the majority of people don't really care.
But you know, your kind of knee-jerk reaction is like, damn it. Only 2 people looked at my page today. Well, I have to do something exciting and show them.
It's like the playground, only it's on the internet.
I do find it a bit insidious that, you know, they have to compare, and it's about how many friends they have, and that then determines their popularity online. But that's real life as well.
For those who are trying to make themselves more popular, I think it's important that you don't just contribute to your own page, but that you should also, you know, in order to drive people back to your own portal or your own shrine, as some people call it, it's important to comment on other people's sites, and thereby you will create more backlinks to yourself.
So it draws attention to it more, and the format encourages this almost hierarchy of performance that you have to be popular and whatever. So
I know it's there, like, but I'm not looking at it every day going, you know, I only have this many hits or I have this many hits. You know, I don't really pay too much attention to it. I think it's stupid, to be honest.
And if people start measuring their own self-worth by how many views they have on Bebo, we're screwed.
Next!
Hi, I've only started using Bebo, but I'm not very good at it. I wish to increase my popularity.
Have you considered changing your skin, airbrushing your image, complimenting more people?
I can do that?
Oh sure, it's as easy as that.
Wow, you just improved my identity.
It's only your online identity. It still means
But
that...
why stop there? I want even more hits. I want better photos. I want the love to be shared with me.
I think anything more will be a little over the top.
I don't need you anymore. I control my image, and I want to be this. With these colourful skins, I'll grab everyone's attention. Now that I'm Bebo, man. Look how impressive my hits are.
Now, you know, it's not real. You could get hurt.
Enough. I don't have time for your quibble. I have widgets to animate, love to share, blogs to endlessly re-edit, comments to post, flashboxes to watch. But there's one more thing.
What is it?
Pose for Bebo!
There's an awareness, a very strong awareness among young people of the fact that we are constantly being looked at, and I think people perform in that way. I think
there is some people who are kind of just losers and put up like all these pictures of themselves posing and stuff, and I just think that's kind of sad.
Jacques Lacan, the French psychoanalyst or theorist, talks about the mirror image as being important as part of our identity formation. So I think the idea of narcissists and being aware and being self-aware and projecting that back out to others, I think is probably part of being human.
Have you ever been out on a night out and it's, you know, 6 girls, they're all dressed up Saturday night out, pose for Bebo!
Pictures for Bebo!
Oh. And it's that narcissistic, it's that I'm dressed up, I'm beautiful, I want people to see me, and you know, people want to look their best. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But Bebo allows people to cross that line and to completely abuse the line.
Put in the context of largely the age groups these are happening in, that's actually what's going on in real life as well at the same time. There is a concentration on physical appearance, how you're changing, because people are changing so dramatically over 5 or 6 years of their life there anyway, that they're constantly watching, constantly checking with their peers what's in, what's not.
The websites and the fora that you're talking about seem to be very much focused on the individual.
Yeah, and that's part of the point, isn't it? I mean, it's all about you and your life and what you're doing and your opinions.
I don't think the actual people have changed. I think maybe the conditions have changed.
A lot of people use people as an ego booster.
You know, people wanted to be different, wanted to be special, you know, a long time ago. This didn't kind of come about simply because the technology permitted it. It's always been there.
And it seems to be a very obvious thing for a lot of teenagers to use that kind of web page or whatever as a forum for self-promotion, rather than to talk about their own interests or achievements or hobbies.
I remember when I was writing, I was thinking maybe I'll just write something silly and funny like everybody else.
So I think a lot of this stuff is superficial, and I think a lot of people see through it.
You know, looking for a distraction, you wouldn't want to look for a distraction to read about politics or philosophy or anything serious like that.
But in something that's purely just like, rate me, look at me, look what a wonderful night I had last night, they can get quite superficial.
If my 13-year-old daughter loves Bebo, I mean, I'm not going to tell her it's superficial. For her it's very important. So it's again dependent on audiences and what they perceive it as.